Contact is one of several songs on science that I've composed over the years. I started writing songs on science at some point in my physics career when it struck me that there were very few, if any, songs with real science content. My songs on science attempts to rectify this situation. More recently, using images borrowed from the internet, I've been integrating these songs into modest music videos using either PowerPoint or the NCH VideoPad video editor. Here I present my science video compilation, Contact. By way of a brief introduction to this video, there has been many films, documentaries, novels, and short stories written about humanity's first contact with extraterrestrials. The theme goes back to at least 1897, when H.G. Wells wrote The War of the Worlds. There is no doubt that the search for alien life is a popular science fiction theme, but it is also an ongoing scientific endeavor. Our search for exoplanets, our search for evidence of a second genesis as part of our solar system exploration, the message is directed to alien intelligences sent with the Pioneer and Voyager probes, and the SETI search for alien signals from space all attest to humanity's desire to find life elsewhere. Are we alone in the universe? This is the subject of my song, Contact. Now, I'm sure that all of you are familiar with the movie Contact, starring Jodie Foster and Matthew McConaughey, which was released in 1997. This movie was based on a novel written by Carl Sagan in 1985. I wrote the song Contact in 1994, 3 years before the release of the movie. Perhaps I had Carl Sagan's book in mind, but I don't recall ever reading his book. In 1994, I was teaching physics and astronomy at the College of New Caledonia in Prince George. At the time I was president of the Prince George Astronomical Society, I was involved with the construction of their new observatory on Tedford Road, and I was participating in their Pegasus outreach program. So perhaps these were motivating factors for the song. I sometimes imagine that had I been a popular singer-songwriter, rather than an astrophysicist, my song Contact might have ended up in the movie.
There is an electromagnetic wave traveling through outer space. It has a modulated frequency set out by the human race. It has a wavelength which is suitable for radio. Just tune in its wave number and we will say hello. Hey, is anybody out there with a telescope who can tune into our frequency? Is there any hope with an amplitude that's fading and the redshift kicking in? Soon our message will be buried in the background cosmic dim. Is there anybody out there at all with the technology to hear us call? Are we alone in this universe? If we're alone, well, there could be nothing worse. Are we alone? Are we alone? Are we alone? Are we alone? We have a radio antenna 300 meters wide, pointed towards the zenith in the Puerto Rican sky. It forwarded a message in 1974. In 25,000 years it will get to your door. We're waiting for an answer. We'll wait for their request, but we don't know where to look for it. What frequency is best? In some corner of the spectrum where the noise is not so high, or at 20 centimeters, we'll wait for their reply. Is there anybody out there at all with the technology to hear us call? Are we alone in this universe? If we're alone, well, there could be nothing worse. Are we alone? Are we alone? Are we alone? Are we alone? The voyager is traveling towards a distant star, carrying a message that tells of who we are. A history of our planet spun on a disc of gold, but will it be forgotten before its story's told? I thought I saw a spaceship flying through the air. I thought I saw a UFO landing over there. Ah, have they come to meet us, invite us to their home? Or was I only dreaming and we are all alone? Is there anybody out there at all with the technology to hear us call? Are we alone in this universe? If we're alone, well, there could be nothing worse. Are we alone? Are we alone? Are we alone? Are we alone?